Hey guys, so I had one of my family members message me and ask how they can support me through binge eating and how why I didn't come to them and stuff first. And they just want to help, which is the first thing. Like it should always feel good to know people want to help you. But I will say it's a couple things. When you pick your person, and in this case the book that I'm using to get self-help while I wait for a counselor says, you got to pick a person. They're going to kind of sponsor you. They're going to help you through it, even if they don't necessarily do anything, but they're your person you go to. The particular family member that messaged me is not someone I would go to for mental health help. They are someone I would go to for so many other situations and I would talk to for a lot of other things. But for whatever reason, I don't see them as being very helpful in this area. They have sympathy, but they don't have understanding. And they're very into telling you what to do instead of asking. But if you're going to pick somebody or somebody asks you to help, how to help with binge eating, the first thing is like they need to get educated. And whether that's educated from you or from them surfing the web and learning about it, or them reading a book about it, or even coming to a therapy session, any of that's fine. They just need to get educated on what it is because oftentimes people don't know what binge eating disorder is, or they think it's just an unhealthy diet, or that it's just straight up bad coping mechanisms, which is part of it, but there's other, like mental health is so complex. The other thing is some people need to make sure they're not being the therapist. I'm looking for a professional therapist. I'm using a professional doctor who wrote a book. I don't need a family member to be my therapist. That's not going to be helpful. Um, the number one thing that like my person does and I do with her is we just check in on each other. We can be honest and open and say like today sucked and these are all the reasons why and this is shit, and we can also be like today was great. It was awesome. So that's the number one thing I need is somebody I can be straightforward with without feeling them pity me or without them being confused and asking 6 million questions. Um, the big one out is you're looking for somebody who's going to help you get help. And they're not going to give you the help themselves. And that's kind of why this particular family member, I'm like, I'm not into you being my person because you're not going to want me to go spend money on therapy. She's not going to want me to find help outside or to waste my benefits or anything like that. And I understand the monetary concern that comes with getting help, but also if you're not a professional, don't offer advice, or if you haven't gone through it. The other thing is, especially with binge eating disorder, um, like the particular family member I had, she's well, you just got to get rid of those foods and just not have them. Well, um, no, like that's not going to work. I need, because you need to eat. This isn't like drugs or alcohol, where the treatment plan is to never have it again if you have an addiction. Um, it's if you don't eat, you're gonna die. So you need to eat. You need to just change your relationship with food, but you're gonna have a lot of slip ups. And that's the one thing people don't always understand when you're trying to get treatment or you're trying to learn. They don't understand when you slip up. They're like, why'd you do that? Oh my gosh, like that was a silly mistake. That's not going to be helpful to the treatment. So I did have to like explain to her, I was like, I love you for so many things and I'm so glad you want to support me and I'll keep you in the loop. And if I need you for anything specific, I'll let you know. But I have other family members that are capable and sympathize and understand what I'm going through at a better level. And I think they're going to be the people I need right now for this specific issue. I don't know how she took it. She hasn't responded. But that's all part of picking your person. You also want to pick somebody who can take care of themselves. And this is a big one because um, if you are mentally unhealthy and you're trying to help somebody else who's mentally struggling. Sometimes it just weighs you down. It becomes too much. So you want to be able to take care of yourself, and they need to take care of themselves before anything else. Because if you both go down a rabbit hole, it's not going to help anybody. So those are just some tips on picking the person to support you through this, along with finding professional support that will work for you. And not all professional support will work for you. Not all professionals will understand or sympathize. And some professionals will straight up be sexist or stupid about these things. So you need to find one that works for you.